Hi everyone. Yes, I'm heading Nupur again.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah, finally.
Hi.
Hi, Omkar.
Finally. Yes. Hi
Yes.
everyone. Sorry there was some technical difficulty, I think, but now we are all good.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. So how's it going? How's your Sunday going today?
It's going all right. Trying
Okay.
to get some things together.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. And working on
My
some videos and coming live and working towards basically how I can promote mental health right now because a lot of people are finding it difficult to come for sessions and
True.
so trying
And
to
it's
see how
the
I
it's
can
the
reach
need of the hour,
people.
to be honest. Yeah.
Sorry?
It's the need of the hour, to be honest.
Yeah. So then
Yes.
seeing what different ways, in what different ways I can contribute. So yeah.
Yes. Yes. So everyone, I would like to introduce Nupur here. Nupur is a very good clinical psychologist. She is the chief clinical psychologist and the founder of Center for Mental Health Pune. And her consultancy, she consults from Aund, and she is also a visiting faculty in prestigious universities, and she is a TEDx speaker with 9+ years of experience, right?
Yeah. One that was held in VIT.
Yeah, so it's great. Yeah, so it's great to have you here, Nupur, today. And
Thank
there
you
were
for
so many
inviting me.
questions. Yeah, I mean, there were so many questions related to mental health,
Yeah.
which were just pouring in because being a fitness consultant, people do expect the fitness trainer or the nutritionist to be a motivator also. And
Right.
there were many questions related to how should I deal with my cravings, and I'm feeling anxious and I'm having a lot of issues. So with
Yes.
this current scenario which is going right now with COVID-19 or coronavirus, and everyone is locked down, everyone is quarantined, so
Yes.
I just wanted to know what is your take on this and the whole situation right now.
Yeah, so it's such a difficult time going on for everybody, those who are busy, those who are not busy, those who have something's working for them, those who don't have something working for them. And it's such a new thing for everybody in terms of working from home, doing everything from home, whether
Yeah,
it be exercise, whether it be work, whether spending time for sport or hobbies at home. I mean, everything one needs to do at home.
correct.
Also, sourcing food, where if you're sourcing food from outside, for example, like
True.
salads or meals, that again becomes slightly difficult because the food we probably cook at home might be difficult from the diet we are supposed to follow.
Yeah,
And along with that, cravings, because normal Indian meals are full of carbohydrates and
correct.
sweets and
Yeah,
oil and
yes,
all those things, so that
yes,
can become a little difficult. And especially those like me who have problems craving for carbs and sweets, it becomes even more difficult because things are like right there which other family members are eating too. And here
true.
actually I'm speaking very specifically about diet and exercise because
Yes,
of course you're the expert fitness consultant and we are
yes,
talking more about fitness, food, exercise. So I'm talking
correct.
mainly from that point of view.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And you know
Also,
what? Mangoes are coming, and many people have started already asking the questions related to. Yeah.
yes,
So
God, God.
yeah. So one big question I had, as in one question that many of us have, is how to deal with cravings. So let's say right now is the time where I'm craving for something which is sweet and which is unhealthy, which is junk food, which I know for a fact that it's unhealthy, and I'm craving for that. So how do we deal with that?
So there are various things that I have come across in with my clients or people who have spoken to. First thing is carbs. Other thing is sweets and sugar.
Yeah.
Another thing is alcohol, and
Yes.
another thing is cigarettes.
Correct.
Because right now all alcohol shops are closed, and the access to cigarettes as well is restricted. Plus there may be craving for sweets also. You may or may not be
Correct.
able to order food and stuff. So now I totally understand and empathize with the craving for sweets, because I love sweets and I love ice creams and I love mangoes, and I know how difficult it can be, because that
Correct.
is something I am dealing with right now as well.
Correct.
So for any type of craving, you can either, so there are a couple of ways to go about it. Either you stop completely, or then you work on harm reduction. So
Okay.
don't have as much as you would. So
Mhm.
again, going cold turkey can be very difficult, especially with alcohol or cigarettes or even sweets for that matter.
Correct.
So many times you can work on reducing the quantity. So which
Mhm.
means that if, like me, there have been times where you can eat 4 mangoes, it's not such a good idea to continue that sort of behavior. Eat one,
Correct.
but eat it slowly, eat it very mindfully.
Yeah.
So for example, you have a fold of mango. Okay, look at
Yeah.
it, look at the beautiful color, feel the texture, see how it feels, look at it, feast on it with your eyes, take a bite, keep that bite in your mouth for some time, let your tongue enjoy that particular bite, and eat slowly.
Okay.
That way, even if it's one mango, you're not gobbling it up, and you're taking time for as much as you would take for probably for 2 or 3 mangoes, and you're
Okay.
enjoying it a lot more, and
Okay.
you're eating a lot less. So
Okay.
it brings a lot more fulfillment, it brings a lot more pleasure, and you don't
Correct.
end up eating like in bulk.
Correct. Correct.
So that is one thing with things like mango or sweets that you have at home. Another
Okay.
thing, what I would definitely want to talk about craving and alcohol, because it's a very real thing. If you go on
Yes.
live with our CM's live videos or anywhere else, at least there are, it's quite funny. So, but it is difficult for people. So again, if you're experiencing withdrawal symptoms which can last from 7 to 21 days, it's important
Yes.
that you consult a psychiatrist, so that you can get medicines to help you deal with the withdrawals. And
Okay.
withdrawals can be body ache, withdrawals can be tremors, withdrawals can be nausea, withdrawals can be
Okay.
very high cravings. It can be a whole lot of things.
Okay.
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 And now talking about how to deal with cravings. So it's very important to understand or to know about the 5 Ds. This you can use with all sorts of cravings, with
Okay.
cigarettes, with sweets, with carbohydrates, and so on. So your first D is to
Okay.
delay.
Okay.
Okay,
Delay.
delay it. Whatever it is right now, I'm feeling like it. Okay, I'll have it after half an hour, for example.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're not saying no to your brain, because the moment you
All
say
right.
no, the brain says, no, I want it. It's like our brain
Okay.
is like a little monkey child.
Right.
So the brain wants it if you say no. So you
Okay.
don't say no. You say, okay, theek hai, after a while.
Okay.
Okay. So then
Okay.
you get some time to apply the other Ds and other techniques that you have to
Correct.
use.
Correct.
Second D is called distract.
Distract.
Distract. So do something else. Do something that gives you pleasure. Do
Okay.
something that makes you feel good. Watch
Okay.
something. Engage in a
Okay.
hobby, or just start skipping or doing some sort of exercise. Do some way to distract yourself, because
Okay.
craving is something that doesn't last for too long.
Okay.
Understand craving as a wave. Okay,
Okay.
it reaches the peak, and then it comes down.
Okay.
Okay, so it's called surfing the wave. You surf the wave, you wait
Okay.
till it comes down, because it doesn't stay
Okay.
at the peak level for too long.
Correct. Okay.
It definitely does go down.
Okay.
So these 5 Ds help a lot to surf the wave of
Serve the
craving.
way. Okay.
Third thing would be drink water. When you
Okay.
drink water, something's going inside.
Yeah.
Okay, plus drinking water helps you calm down a little bit.
Okay.
Because what happens when you're hungry, when you're craving, your sympathetic nervous system is in play. So it
Correct.
is going to drive you to action, drive you to seek food,
Yes.
drive you to seek something to drink, drive you to do some eating or drinking related activity.
Correct.
Okay, so drinking water helps a lot.
Okay.
The fourth D is called deep breathing.
Okay.
So deep breathing, deep belly breathing, any sort of pranayam helps in again relaxing the body, which means that activating the parasympathetic nervous system,
Okay.
which is responsible for rest. Like
Okay.
sympathetic nervous system is responsible for fight and flight.
Yeah.
So parasympathetic nervous system is rest and digest. So it
Correct.
activates the parasympathetic nervous system and
Okay.
reduces the stress and tension in the body.
Okay.
Automatically, it also helps in bringing the craving down.
Okay. Okay.
And the last D is called discuss. Talk to somebody about
Okay.
it. So
Talk to
somebody can help
somebody.
you talk out of it. Talk to
Correct.
somebody. Tell them how you're feeling. Tell them what
Correct.
you're going through. And that person may help you, like a buddy, may help you again while you're surfing the craving.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
so those are the 5 Ds that you can use to
Yeah.
deal with your cravings. Yes.
Wow. I mean, it's amazing that how simple these techniques are and how applicable these techniques are for anyone. I mean, doesn't
Yes.
require much, but everyone can do these very easily. There
Absolutely.
is one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. In the fourth D, there is one thing when you mentioned about drinking water, correct? One thing that has definitely helped me and many of my members is that when we have water with salt, that is maybe salted water or maybe a drink with Jaljeera or something like that,
Yeah.
then the craving is just gone. I mean, if someone is craving for sweets and we have add salted lemon water, then we get a
Yes.
strong taste of something else
Yes.
instead of just maybe plain water. So that can
Yes.
maybe add it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
definitely. Because again, it's working on the salt cravings of the cells in the body.
correct. Correct.
So you are giving the body salts.
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
Okay, so
Great.
which is why also that helps a lot.
Great. And there is one more thing which is happening a lot. I mean, chai and coffee are two things which everyone is. I mean, the intake of chai and coffee has increased tremendously because they're working from home, so the kitchen is right there, and they can maybe order someone to make chai and coffee for them. So that is making. I mean, that is increasing the consumption tremendously. So how do we
Yeah.
deal with that?
So you have to enlist one of your family members to be your buddy in this case, who will say
Okay.
no to you. Say
Okay.
ki, no, I will not make tea or coffee for
Okay.
you.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
is about, the one who actually makes, or you have a limited intake. But what is happening is when you keep having tea or coffee, there's constant tannins or caffeine going inside your body, which are stimulants.
Correct.
Okay, which stimulate your mind. And when you're at home and you're constantly working, you constantly need to feed your mind with stimulants so that you can continue working and it's not so boring and you can distract yourself or focus
Yeah.
or so on. But
Yeah.
like anything in excess becomes it's
An addiction.
possible that it becomes harmful. What happens is
Correct.
you're excessively stimulated. And
Correct.
because they're stimulants, they're working again on the neurochemicals in the brain, which says more.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
it's making your brain feel good.
Good.
And
Yeah.
whatever makes your brain feel good, it wants more of it.
Okay.
But what happens is it increases your heartbeat. It increases your you're awake all the time, you don't get
Yeah.
rest, your eyes don't get rest, your brain doesn't go get rest, you're unable to relax when you take breaks, so that can lead to a lot of exhaustion
Okay.
and decreased productivity. So when we
Okay.
know this, we understand how it's working negatively for us, and then it
Yeah.
becomes easier to work to focus on optimum and productive work by
Yeah.
working in breaks and working in small spans of time,
Fans of
taking
time. Correct.
regular breaks, but not drinking chai or coffee, uh, doing other relaxation exercises. You can
Okay.
limit your consumption. Again, I wouldn't say stop completely, because those things
Mhm.
don't really work effectively. Yes, a lot of people
Yeah.
are able to do that. But
Yes.
again, limit your consumption, drink water, drink limbu pani, and so on.
Correct.
That will
Correct.
definitely help you. And
Okay.
have
Okay.
somebody in the house say no to you when you find it
Yeah.
saying no difficult to say no to yourself.
Okay. Okay. That's great. I mean, all right. And one more question I had was about, a challenge that you recently started, which was the 21 day gratitude challenge. And you were
Oh,
constantly
yes.
updating on your Facebook and Instagram pages about it. And I
Yeah,
tried it
yeah.
myself, and I am feeling great after doing that. So, could
Mhm.
you tell all the viewers about it and and how it helps us?
Okay. So, what I started this time since the lockdown is the 21-day gratitude challenge. Now, why did
Hmm.
I do that? And what does it mean? And what does it signify? And why is it important? Why am I saying it's important? So,
Yeah.
what does gratitude mean? Gratitude is the quality of being thankful and the readiness of showing appreciation. So, I'm thankful
Yes.
for something and I am expressing that. So
Correct.
I'm thankful that you invited me on this
Hmm.
live session, and I am telling you that I'm thankful.
Yes.
So these are the two aspects, and according to scientific researches, it is shown that that people who practice gratitude on a regular basis actually can, in so there are actual changes in the neurochemistry of their brain. So
Okay.
there are certain neuro pathways that are created, which create more happiness, which are linked
Okay.
to the emotion, the part of the brain that is linked to emotions. So it
Emotions.
creates
Correct.
more happiness, because you're also looking at, so when things get difficult and all the things that are in front of you are simply negative or unpleasant, looking at things that have made you happy, looking at things that are making you happy, increases your happiness. Because the simple thing is, anything that you give attention, anything that you give importance, increases.
Okay.
So if I'm
Correct.
giving more attention and more importance to things that I'm thankful for, it is definitely going to make me more fulfilled and make me and make me think that my life is more worthwhile.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
which is why gratitude is very, very important. And it's quite
Okay.
simple, it's not difficult at all. And
Yeah.
it's something, if you just do it once a day, if you say just one thing that you're thankful for, that itself is enough. Not to say that you just say one thing, but anything at all. So I
Great.
started this 21-day gratitude challenge, where every day you mention one thing or one event or one whatever it may be that you're thankful for, and you
Okay.
express it. Now I'm
Okay.
doing it on Facebook, but you can also do it privately. You can
Okay.
just write down in your own diary or journal. You can also make something called a gratitude gullak, where you can have small notes or colorful chits where you write stuff,
Hmm.
write the date, and put it in the gullak. And then at any point of
Yeah.
time when you're feeling low or when you're feeling not so good, you can pick them up and read things.
Correct.
And that feels really good, and I'm telling you
Good.
from personal experience.
Yes.
So this
Yes.
is something you can definitely try, and it doesn't have to be 21 days because now we are going to be locked down till the end of the month.
Correct.
And that is
Correct.
what we know so far. We don't know what's going to happen after that.
True. True.
So
True.
it is something that you can really pick it up, and it can give a lot of relief also.
Relief. Okay.
And
Okay.
one thing I've experienced while I was doing this on social media is also that there can be days where 1 day or 2 day or 3 days you forget to mention it, or you forget
Yeah.
to write it. You know,
True.
because we are preoccupied, there's so much happening, and there is so much more housework, there are other things that need to be taken care of, and we can forget, which is very normal and human.
Correct.
So it's okay. You know, you can always write 3 at a time tomorrow, which I did once, and I'm a little pending also currently, so which I'm going to put today as well. But you can always do that. You don't have to stop it just because you haven't yet put them out all
Okay.
together. And the
Okay.
last thing about gratitude that I would like to tell you is there's a very good app called Presently. Okay, it's a
Okay.
gratitude app. So all you got to do is download that app, and then there are dates, and you just fill in what you're grateful for, and it
Oh,
asks
okay.
you. And if you
Okay.
cannot, and if you cannot come up with something, or you've not really had a pleasant day, and it's difficult to come up with something. So they have a small bulb icon at the
Okay.
left bottom of the screen, and you can just
Okay.
click on it, and it will give you questions, or it will give you cues, and then you can
Cues.
just
Okay.
answer them. And when you
Okay.
open it, you can just see all of them in a row, and that's amazing. That feels so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
what I
Then it
was
feels good
using.
that to recall the good things which are happening in life. Correct.
Yeah, and that helps. You know, sometimes we filter a lot of our experiences and are left with only the negative ones, the unpleasant
Yeah.
ones. All the
Yeah.
pleasant experiences get filtered away.
True.
So this is sort of widening your horizon to look at all experiences and not just the unpleasant ones.
Correct.
So yeah,
Okay.
there are too many benefits of gratitude, and I can't stress enough each time.
Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. Great.
Yeah.
Also, one more thing I wanted to discuss about is exercise, because I recently uploaded a video on home exercises that a person can do, and
Mhm.
there are many people who are doing those and feeling great. But for the viewers, I just wanted to talk more about the link between the exercise and the brain,
Mhm.
exercise and maybe human psychology.
Mhm. Okay, so exercise is amazing.
Yeah.
To to put it in like 3 simple words. Now,
Yeah.
what happens at the brain level? So everything is happening at the brain level. You see, brain is
Correct.
controlling the rest of our body.
That's true. Yeah.
So many things happen in the brain. So what happens is when you exercise, to begin with, when you exercise, your heart is beating faster. And because
Yes.
your heart is beating faster, more blood is flowing through the body, because more
Yes.
oxygen, more blood is flowing through the body. The brain gets a lot more blood. So its functioning drastically improves. Now, what also happens is that neurotransmitters called serotonin and endorphins are released in
Correct.
the brain because of
Correct.
exercise. Now,
Correct.
endorphins are also called happy hormones.
Yeah.
So if after you exercise, or if you're running, or you're doing any kind of weight-based or cardio activity, you feel
True.
flushed. Your skin
Absolutely.
glows. You
Absolutely.
feel fresh, and you get
Yes.
something called a runner's high.
True. True.
So what is that runner's high? It is making you
Yes.
feel good. It's making you
Good.
feel
Yeah.
happy, because
Yeah.
endorphins and serotonin is released. And
Correct.
especially in depression and anxiety, serotonin is something that gets reduced.
Okay.
Serotonin is reduced in depression, especially.
Correct.
You know, so what happens is, because if you're exercising, and exercise is one of the things we strongly
Mhm.
recommend to those who are suffering from depression. because it helps activate the body. It helps release serotonin and endorphins that gives pleasure, that
Okay.
increases the secretion of serotonin and
Hmm.
helps deal with stress related difficulties, depression and depressive symptoms, anxiety symptoms, and a whole lot
True.
of things. So a lot of
Yeah.
times when I suggest exercise to my clients, it is mainly from a mental health point of view. So I say, yes, of course, it has physical benefits, but the whole reason why I'm suggesting it is because you are definitely going to feel better. There's
Feel
no
better.
doubt about that. And
True.
what also happens is when you exercise, like I said, a lot of blood is going into the brain. So it also enlarges the part of the brain called hippocampus. And
Okay.
hippocampus is the part of the brain which is responsible for learning and memory.
Yeah. True.
So it helps with that also. And
True.
definitely it improves sleep.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
like this, there are a whole lot of benefits that exercise has on mental
True.
health and improving the well being of the brain.
Great. Absolutely. That's great. And we have experienced it ourselves when, I mean, maybe I think last year or the year before that, we were training together. So I
Yes,
was
yes,
Nupu's trainer, and we used to do a lot of skill-based exercises. So strength training exercises in which you develop your skills as well. A lot of work on form and technique, etc. So after those sessions, there was always a feeling of, I mean, of course, happiness, and always a feeling of that you have learned something new, and there is something new happening with the body, a new skill
yes,
developed.
absolutely. Because
Yeah.
these exercises they make you more flexible and they're functional in the
True.
sense when you can lift your hands properly, when you know how to divide the weights in your hand, when you know
Correct.
how to engage the muscles, you do your daily activities more
True.
easily. You
Easily.
can
Absolutely.
lift more easily. You can bend better.
Correct. Correct.
So all these daily activities become easy and it protects you from strain or injury.
Yes. Yes. True.
Yeah, so which is
Absolutely.
why also it helps in your daily well-being, and you got to lift
Yeah.
cylinder or a
Yeah.
heavy suitcase
Yes.
or pick up a heavy dabba from a top shelf.
True. True.
Such things become very simple and become
Simple.
painless, and you don't have to think twice, oh, will I be able to manage it?
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
household
that
work becomes very easy.
confidence as well. Yeah.
Sorry, say again.
Does boost a lot of confidence as well in people who can
Yeah,
just lift and move things around. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're less
Yeah.
dependent on people na ki अरे
Yeah.
डब्बा काढून दे sort of a thing. You don't have
Correct.
to do
Correct.
that.
Yeah. Right. Great. So guys, now if you have any questions, please do ask in the comment section, and we'll try to answer those.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm really
Somebody
missing
asked
those.
earlier about
Yeah.
coffee
Coffee
addiction.
addiction.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
same thing like any other addiction, because especially do not drink coffee after 5 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
Okay, because as the sun goes down, you don't want to be, especially if you have sleep problems, then you
Yeah. Correct.
definitely have to reduce your coffee and tea intake. Five,
True.
six
True.
latest, don't have after that, is what I
True.
suggest.
True.
Of course, see what you can
Yeah.
manage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there is
True.
another question by Deba Pratim
Uh,
Datta.
yes.
Any
Any.
specific mind relaxation exercises or meditation techniques? Yes, definitely. In this, especially with regard to diet, especially with regard to exercise, mindfulness is the best mind relaxation and meditation technique.
Mhm.
Mindfulness means being in the here and now, being in the present. So,
Correct.
normally what happens is we are either in the past or the future. And
Yeah.
then we are not in the present, and then we suffer in the present.
Yeah.
So when we are in the past, we feel depressed. When we are in the future, we feel anxious.
True.
So it's important to come back to the present. And how does one
Correct.
come back to the present? See, the only thing that's in the present is your body and your senses.
Yeah.
You can't see yesterday, what was yesterday, you can't see what's tomorrow. You cannot taste what you tasted yesterday, or you cannot taste how a mango will taste tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, you can hear only what's happening now.
True.
So you need to harness those senses to come back to the present. So
Yeah.
focus on what's happening in your mind right now. Focus on
Yeah.
how your body is feeling right now. Focus on, say, 5 things that you can see, 5
Yeah.
things, 5 sounds that you can hear, 3, 4
Correct.
smells that you're getting at this point of time. The texture. So for example, the table texture here, the glass texture, the pencil texture, the eraser texture, the phone texture, all of these have different textures. So
Correct.
focusing on the present, especially while eating and while exercising, is the best thing you can do for your mind.
Yeah.
And in terms of meditation and mindfulness, sit down, take deep breaths, and just focus on your breaths. I will not say, okay, you know, clear your mind, close your mind to thoughts, and so on. You cannot do that. Mind
Yeah.
creates thoughts, and you cannot shut
Yes.
that. But every
Yes.
time you feel your thoughts are going here and there, simply bring them back to your breath.
Yeah.
Your breath
Yeah.
is another thing that will root you to the present. So sit
Yeah.
quietly, just take slow and deep breaths, and just focus on your breath going in and focus on your breath going out. And you'll see
Yeah.
your thoughts going here and there. It's all right. It's normal. Just bring them back. So it's like a little
Correct.
child who keeps running away, you know, and you can't really
True.
be very mean to the child. So you just quietly hold the hands and bring the child to place again. And you're
Great.
focusing, and the child will run again, and you just kindly get the thoughts back and focus on the
Okay.
breathing. So
Okay.
that's a
Great.
very good way of meditation and of mindfulness, of relaxation.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
So I hope I have, you know, answered your question, Deba Pratim Datta.
Yeah. On science, I had one more thought to share. In so in the master trainers course, we were learning becoming master trainers, and there is an exercise called as clean and jerk.
Sorry, say
Clean
again.
and jerk means
Clean and
there is
jerk.
an exercise called as clean and jerk. You clean the bar in your clavicle and then you jerk it. This exercise cannot be performed slowly. It has to perform. It has to be performed extremely fast. Can't be performed slowly. And many times we all were constantly trying to learn this exercise and do it, but it was not happening. We were constantly falling down. So our teacher played a movie in the classroom. The name of the movie is Peaceful Warrior, and there is a fantastic scene in this movie
That's
called
an amazing,
yeah, yeah,
movie. I
correct.
definitely
It is called
suggest that as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So this movie has this something called as the power of now. When the athlete, he's a gymnast, and everything goes slow mo. Everything becomes slow mo because he's in the now, he's in the moment. And then we tried to relate it, and then we did not think about the outcome of the exercise. We did not think about whether this exercise is going to pass or fail, but we just enjoyed the moment. And then immediately everyone started lifting the weight, and all the sets started becoming successful. That helps a lot.
Yes. Yes, it increases concentration, it increases focus, it increases productivity. It
Yeah.
it improves a whole lot of things. So, you know, while cooking, you're just cooking and you're enjoying the
Yeah.
process of cooking, and you don't have thoughts
True.
going here and there. Oh, what happened yesterday, and why is this happening, and why is this not happening? But you're cooking and you're just focusing on cooking. You're eating and
Absolutely.
you're just focusing on eating.
Yeah.
That way you're there more for yourself, you're more present for the people around you, your quality of relationships improves.
Correct. Correct. Great.
So
I think
definitely.
we'll take 2 more questions. Sanket is asking, whenever I try to sleep, a lot of thoughts come into the head and it becomes difficult to sleep nowadays.
Yes. this is a very common problem, Sanket, and please don't feel alone that you're facing this. A lot of people are facing this and they're able to deal with it, and so will you. Okay, so whenever you try to sleep, more often than not, these thoughts are about the future. What will happen? When will this happen? When will the lockdown end? When will the world be free of coronavirus? What will happen about my job? What will happen about a lot of other things, finances? And there are so many problems people are facing, and a
Yeah.
lot of regret many times. Oh, I wish I had done that. I wish I had not done that, and I wished I was more careful, or I was taking more care. And what if I contract the disease? And what if I give the disease to somebody else? And of course, unlimited, because it's the brain's job to create thoughts. You have to understand you're not thinking, but a lot of thoughts come into the head, as you've rightly put.
True.
So again, like I said, mindfulness is about bringing yourself to the present. Okay, do not take these thoughts very seriously if you have no control over them. And if you have control over them, think more from a solution oriented point of view. Okay, this is the problem. What are the various things I can possibly do? Is this something I can control? Is this something I cannot control? If I can control this, then I'll do what I can. If I cannot control this, then I will not spend time and energy thinking about this. Now, if the thoughts are automatic, again, it's important that when you're trying to sleep, please do one thing: read up on sleep hygiene. There's something called sleep hygiene. I'll tell you a few points of it, but kindly look it up. Sleep hygiene is about, ensuring that your bed is just used for sleeping. Do not do anything else on the bed. Do not eat on the bed. Do not work on the bed. Do not do any screen related activity on bed. Do not listen to any loud music on the bed.
Okay.
You can read a little bit, but not sleeping, just sitting up. And if you
Okay.
feel sleepy a little in the afternoon, do not sleep on the bed, just relax on the couch or the chair.
Okay.
So these are some very important things. And while if you're sleeping, you get thoughts, just focus on your breathing. Let your thoughts come. Do not fight your thoughts. Because when you
Okay.
fight thoughts, it's like that doll, the harder you punch, the harder it comes back.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but when you let it be, it just stays still.
Okay.
So don't fight these thoughts. Let them come. You cannot stop them. You cannot suppress them. You cannot do anything with them. But when you just let them be, they'll come and they'll go. Just like they'll come automatically, they'll go automatically.
Yeah. True.
Focus on your breathing. Focus on your here and now. Just focus on taking deep breaths. Listen to relaxing music. There is a lot of practice yoga nidra, practice shavasana, practice your pranayam, practice your meditation, practice all these things along with your sleep hygiene. And understand, anything that you give more attention and importance increases. So the more attention and importance that you give to these unpleasant thoughts or worrying thoughts, the more they're going to increase. As simple as that. You let it be. You let it be, it will come and go. But you can choose what you want to give importance. You can choose what you want to give attention to. So you can figure that out.
Okay. And there is a similar thought or a similar question related to it, which is asked by Gandhali. She's asking that these bad thoughts then keep on playing in the head over and over again, which makes it worse and causes so much anxiety. How does one deal with that?
So when something, the unpleasant, the same thing just keeps playing in your head over and over again, which makes it worse and causes so much anxiety, how does one deal with that? Just one sec. I have to adjust my my screen. Just 1 second.
Sure.
Okay. Yes. So again, thoughts can come again and again. Thoughts will come again and again if you see them as threats. Okay. So if you think, oh my God, if you get a thought, something bad will happen. That does not mean something bad is going to happen. Okay. And a lot of these repetitive thoughts are what if thoughts. What if the lockdown doesn't end? What if
Yeah.
somebody I know gets the disease? What if I lose my job? What if financially I cannot manage? What if I do not get the health support? What if something? So these are all what if
What
questions.
if? Correct.
Okay. Our worry questions are mainly what if. But the thing is,
Yeah.
we will never know. There is no answer to what if questions. They're all about the future. We cannot predict the future, and future is uncertain. It has always
Yeah.
been uncertain.
Yeah.
It's just that right now it is sort of amplified and comes right at our face. Oh, things are uncertain now. They were always uncertain.
Correct.
So knowing that, and thoughts like, so a lot of times what happens, we feel our thoughts as threats. Oh, this thought came, Bapre, what if this happens?
Mm.
So it's important to understand thoughts are not facts.
Yeah.
Okay, just because you've thought, there is a thought does not mean it's going to come true. Second thing,
Correct.
thoughts are not suggestions, thoughts are not predictions.
Correct.
So when we understand this, then the thought loses its threat value.
Absolutely.
When there is no threat, there is no anxiety.
Yeah. Okay.
And when there is no anxiety, then there is relaxation and no worry.
Okay.
Right? Anxiety
That's
comes
it.
when we feel something is threatening us, like the fight or flight response.
Great.
So that is something, again, importance and attention, focusing on the present, and understanding that these are thoughts, these will come and go. And it's like dreams, just because you got a dream does not mean, oh my God, that's going to happen.
That is going to happen. True.
Because we cannot predict the future, or most of us do not have those powers.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
So we have to remember that, and ask yourself, okay,
Yeah.
I have this thought, is it really threatening to me?
Correct.
So that
Superb.
way you'll be able to, you'll not give it so much importance, and you will not be afraid of your thoughts. They'll come and go. Like, how you daydream or you get dreams. They come and go. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
So
And
that should
I think
help you.
we take one last question. Mr. Deshmukh, how do you motivate the children to cope up with the lockdown as the head of the family?
I'm so glad you asked this question, Mr. Deshmukh, because yes, because this is such a common problem. Everybody is facing this. Everybody who has children at home is facing this, and so there are many things that you can do, actually. Okay, first thing is, see if the school or the tuitions or any classes are happening online, so the child has some resemblance of the routine he or she had earlier.
Correct.
Okay. Ensure that there is some exercise happening. Okay, of course, the child cannot go out. And those who have lawns or gardens to the house, yes, use that. Or at home, dance, put on dance videos. Children love to dance many times. There are a lot of fitness videos for children online. Skipping and just doing things. And it's very important that you exercise, be a model for your child, and have the child exercise with you. That is
Absolutely
the best.
Yeah.
That's the best thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Apart
Like
from that, sorry, say again?
Involving them in the whole process.
Yes, do it together. You cannot not exercise and then just tell the child, oh, you got to exercise because it's good for you.
Yeah.
Because monkey see, monkey do. As simple as
Yeah.
that. You cannot tell something
Correct.
to a child and do otherwise. The child is going to just look at you and copy your action and not listen to your what you tell the child.
Advice.
So
Correct.
it helps that you involve the child in exercise and do that together. Third
Correct.
thing is, it's, you know, you get a chance to bond with your child, play games, physical games, home-based games, board games, or cognitive or mental games, and so on. There are a whole lot of things available online. A lot of people who work with children are putting up activities online, games online, new ideas online. Please do that research. Use this time. A lot of people are using this time to help all those who need more information.
True.
Another very important thing is engage them in household work.
Yeah.
Just because they are not studying or learning in school or academically does not mean that they don't learn. You
True.
know, you can help them learn life skills.
Yeah.
Help them, let them help you in small chores. Let them help you mop a little part, sweep a little part, help in cooking, like put
Mhm.
salt inside, or just move it around, or stir it around, or anything else.
Correct.
So use their help. They will learn life skills. They will learn skills that they can use when they have to live alone or live with their partner or take care of you later on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the last thing is, let your child get bored. Very
Yeah.
important. Okay,
Oh,
do
okay.
not feel the pressure of entertaining your child all the time. You don't have to do that. Boredom is very important for creativity. Only when
Oh,
your
okay.
child is alone will the child get the chance to engage in their mental activity, imagination, find ways of uh, interesting oneself, play some games
Yeah.
alone, do role plays.
Okay.
So that's very important.
And
So
this relates so much, Nupur, because a kid stays downstairs, right? Just downstairs on the next floor. And she was bored when this whole lockdown started because she couldn't go to school. And her name is Ruth. And nowadays she's enjoying it so much because she's painting every day. She's helping her mom in cooking. She has learned to cook, and she's just 10, 11 years old. And she's doing
yeah,
so much at home, and she's being occupied completely. So absolutely,
yeah.
I agree with you what you just said. Great.
Yes. So
Yeah.
so there's constant learning, and children are learning all the time, you know. You don't know
Yeah.
what they're picking up. Suddenly the
Yeah.
child will say something or do something and you'll be so surprised. Oh, when did my child learn that?
Yeah. True.
So
Super.
yeah, children are learning all the time, and we got to, as much as possible, we can be great models for the children, and you know, see, and don't be
Yeah.
afraid to show your emotions. Don't be afraid to talk about emotions. Don't feel, do not resist from asking the child if they're feeling anxious, if they're feeling sad, if they're feeling afraid. Because all the children currently are aware of coronavirus, have some stories in their mind about it. You
Absolutely.
know,
Yeah.
they know what's going, they may not know exactly what's going on, but they're quite aware.
Aware.
So
Yeah.
talk to their anxiety, talk about their anxieties, talk about their fears, reassure them.
Yeah.
You know, we as a culture are not taught to talk about our emotions. We don't talk
Correct.
about our emotions. We don't talk about anger. We don't talk about sadness.
True.
We don't talk about
True.
fear. But it's very important that we make it a habit, especially to normalize emotions, to normalize
Yeah.
unpleasant and painful emotions, and to discuss them and let your child know it's okay to feel like this, and that you are there for the child, and then that y'all will get through this difficult time together.
Okay.
That is something
Great.
you need to do with your child. No doubt about that.
Great. Super. Brilliant. I mean, Nupur, thank you so much for all this valuable and extremely applicable information. I mean, whatever we discussed today, I mean, there is nothing that we can't do. I mean, these techniques which you discussed and the advice which you gave is so applicable. And I think that's what makes people uh, apply it, or makes people think that it's easy. to lead a happy life and to be positive out of this whole situation which is going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
So great.
we can absolutely take care of ourselves and learn easy and simple ways of self-care.
Yeah.
And these small things on a daily basis massively improve our quality of life.
Yes. Superb.
So yes.
Great. Thank you. Today in my
And
gratitude notebook, I'm going to write down about this live session.
and I'm going to write about it too. Thank you
Okay,
so
great.
much,
Great.
Omkar,
Thank you.
for inviting me and helping me help contribute as much as
Yes,
I
absolutely.
can to as many people
Absolutely.
as I can during these difficult times. And of
Absolutely.
course, I'd also like to just give one information that
Yeah.
there may be people who want individual consultation and cannot really talk
Correct.
about their problems on a public
Openly. Yes.
forum. So
True.
please do not hesitate from asking for help, from taking
Yeah.
help. Okay.
Yeah.
And currently, I'm also working constantly. My sessions are going
Correct.
on, especially mainly online sessions. So most
Yeah.
of my sessions are online because, of course, physically we cannot meet. But also,
True.
it's important to continue these important and essential services as much as we can. So
Absolutely.
if you do want to reach out to me, please visit my website, which is
Yeah.
www.centerformentalhealth.in, and we have
Yeah.
online sessions that are going on. There is a button which is called book an appointment. Click on it and it will take you through the whole process. We are
Super.
using all sorts of platforms. We are doing Skype, we are doing Zoom, we are doing Google Duo, we are doing Google Hangout, we are doing WhatsApp video, you name it, and we'll be there for you, to listen to you, to help you get through this difficult time. So do not hesitate, please. I'm
Awesome.
just, if you give me a second, I'm going to write down my website so that
Yeah, the
people can
website. You can
access
pin it.
it. Okay, just
Yeah.
give me a second, please.
Yeah. And just for everyone again to know about this, that this whole live session which we have recorded today, this I'm recording this whole thing and I'll be posting it very soon on YouTube and all other platforms. So while during this session, if you missed out on something, don't worry, you can see the whole thing again. And in the next story which I'll be putting up all the details of how you can reach out to Nupur. I think you can also DM her directly, or you can visit her website. And I think the website is also there on her profiles. So I'll be giving you all that information.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
there is a LinkedIn page, there is a Facebook page, there is a Instagram page.
yeah. Super.
So yeah, and you can follow me also. You don't have to send a special request to follow. You can just go on my profile and follow it. And I keep putting up stuff,
Great.
videos, and I try to do as much as possible, of course, with what I can. And
Yeah,
of course, Omkar does that too. So we are all trying to work together
true.
and see as much
Absolutely.
as we can contribute, because things are difficult for all of us,
Yeah, yeah. True.
especially with resisting things like mangoes and ice creams. I mean, there
Yes.
have been times that I've called Omkar like 100 times saying that please talk to me. So the last deal which is discussed. So I would call Omkar and say, listen, talk me out of this craving, and I just want to eat chocolate chip ice cream right now.
Yeah, I
And he
still
has
remember.
helped me through it. So
Great. Okay.
yes.
All right. So yes, thank you so much, Nupur. Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
your time.
Omkar. Thanks a lot. Yes.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.